Hey, it's Jeff with Illuminated Fate. Look who I got with me. Who
And
is
I'm
this?
Crystal.
Hey. So, we've been doing this together for a while. It's kind of cool to have a meditation video where it's the two of us. It hasn't always aligned like this, but it did so far. Or it did today. And today is a rough one for everybody, I'm sure. Because we got Venus has gone from Libra and is now in Scorpio in the 8th house. Now, the Scorpionic energy, we've been in the season of Scorpio for a while, but now that we have Venus in Scorpio, there's that alchemical process that I was talking about that's sort of unfolding for the collective. We're now heading to the point where the work is getting ready to be done. So what we have today, especially since Venus is in a square with Pluto and Aquarius in the, I believe, the 11th house, we have this calling that's happening within everybody to really get to the heart of truth when it comes to our personal relationships, when it comes to our relationships with the collective, local communities, or even the world at large. Just our parasocial relationships that we have are even going to be called into question. So, yeah, the foundation is important for everyone today. So, what we have today with our meditation is yin over earth. Would you like to read a proverb or a poem, Crystal?
Which one?
Yeah, read the proverb.
This one.
Yeah.
Heaven gives you a soul, the earth will give you your grave.
Okay.
Alive they could never be together, but in death they slept in the same earth. You thought I had broken my promise, but I was as true as the sun and the stars.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and read the meditation that is in this book, because that kind of gives us a focal point for today's talk. Here it is. Truth, like death, cannot be avoided. When things seem to be falling apart, stand firm and true. Just as yin and earth are one, yin is earth, yang is heaven. This poem reminds you that you will ultimately find the truth and know who has been true to you throughout. I find that to be a rather powerful draw for our meditation today. Because when we're talking about transformation within ourselves, transformation within, our relationships with others, and the upheavals and stirrings that kind of happen in those instances, the question of what is true and what about our relationships and the dynamics is true, and what part is just a fantasy that we built up in our own head that could really be called in question with the way that the planets are kind of aligning. But the meditation itself seems to point towards focusing on staying true to those relationships in what is in your heart. I mean, that's how I took it. Like, what, in the spirit of these kind of talks so far, what comes to mind for you when we're thinking about everything that was just mentioned?
Thanks for putting me on the
I
spot.
put you on the spot, didn't I? It's okay. Just let it flow.
Like I was thinking all these things, and then as soon as you said that, like...
Oh, yeah. I know how it goes.
everything
That used to
left.
happen to me when I went to school.
God. I'm usually not like this. It's been a week, though. Like, it seems like the whole collective has just been a little rough for everybody that I've talked to this week, and we're all in our fields. We're all like, we've both gone through, and most people we know that have talked to, like, they've gone through so much stuff this week, just working through past things and bringing up the things that are the lessons that we've learned and things like that.
Yeah, and that's kind of been the theme that I've been seeing on a mass, like, collective level, is that we're all, it is the time to really look inward and really find not only, like, the truth that resonates with ourselves, but to even build a foundation. We almost have to just make sure that those truths still align with the ultimate truths that we are, of the reality that we're living in. If that makes sense to people, I don't know.
And the truth in our relationships too, like, we all have had to work through different relationships where we thought somebody was our friend, or we thought that somebody was the one, or this, that, or the other. And even though we, like, dissolve those relationships to a certain degree on the earthly level, there's sometimes things that are subconscious that we're carrying around that affect our future and current relationships. And right now is a time to kind of look at the truth, like sometimes we do. Why you mad? It ain't even me.
Right.
And then we're like, oh, you're right. That's some old bullshit that I'm hanging on to, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Like, we still do it. Like, we're not perfect. Yeah. We're still learning too, We've been on this journey. Well, we've been on this journey now 6 years today.
It's been 6 years.
So,
wow.
Yeah. But I mean, we're all constantly learning until we leave this earth, on how we can work through the things that we've absorbed and carried around and things like that. And sometimes they're just so subconscious that we don't work through them, but we have to look at those things and look for the truths. Like, have we really healed from this? Have we really healed from that? And look at those relationships in a new eye. And love you.
No, you're good. You're good. Those were all brilliant points to bring up. And that is the theme of the Scorpionic season. The pull to transform and to really go into the depths and to really just have this disseminating mind about everything. That seems to be the scene. The theme, the scene. Yeah, it seems to be the scene too. A lot of people are trying to sort out what is actually going on. But no matter how hard things will get, and things will get difficult in this transformative period for everyone, have faith that it's all being guided by love.
Yes.
By love. Venus is with us in this transformative period in Scorpio. As she journeys through, we're journeying through just, right along with her. And even though it might be at odds with how everybody else is feeling and saying and the truths that are flying around on your social media, just know that everybody's going through it. And if we really embrace going through this process together, everybody, even the people that you don't care for, with love, we'll get through this in a stronger way, in a more organized and connected way. Some of you are seeing the sea change already. Yeah, go ahead.
One thing that I've really been pushed to say while Jeff was saying all of that is Remember that forgiveness is not because the other person or persons, whatever offense that they, whatever disappointment, whatever angered you, it doesn't make it right or okay. But forgiveness is for you to love yourself enough to put that 500-pound weight down, that you don't have to carry that backpack around up the mountain anymore, because the other person is still walking around without that 500-pound backpack anyway. So we don't need to carry that around. We need to put it down and say, I love me enough to forgive you so that I can move on without carrying around your junk. So if we look at forgiveness in a different way like that, like we're not telling so-and-so that what they did was okay. What we're saying is that we don't have to worry about it anymore. And we can move on and have peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That needed to be said.
Yeah, it's that Scorpio season, because Scorpio like kind of wants to hold on to those things a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it can. It shines a light.
Yeah.
It shines a light on those things.
Yeah.
And then what you do with that is up to you. It's not Scorpio holding on. It's you.
Well, yeah.
It's you.
That's a
right?
characteristic. Yes, but that's
right.
a Scorpio characteristic to want to hang on to those things.
Yeah.
So moving through them would be better.
I feel we should just go ahead and move into the cards to close this off. What do you think?
Sure.
Okay. This one popped out while I was kind of shuffling earlier. Let's kind of see what that is. Oh my. Huh. Yeah. Disruption. So we have the Two of Pentacles. And we're using the Fairy Lights deck. The Fairy Lights deck. Man, I got so many like Freudian slips going on in this one. But yeah, the Two of Pentacles. So remember when I said the Two of Pentacles has to do with balance. The balance that you kind of maintain in the material world. It is something that you have to really be attentive to. There's kind of a theme of disruption here. Now remember, as we were kind of saying in previous meditations, I believe it was the one where I couldn't make a video and post it, we're talking about how our inner world has an effect on our outer world. And if our inner world is out of sorts, our interactions and our connection to the outer world is going to be all out of sorts too. So as we've kind of been going through this transformative process together, we all have to keep in mind that we need to check ourselves and really sit with our emotions as they come up, because emotions are a big part of this transformative process.
Yeah.
So that kind of slipped out. That's kind of another overarching theme that kind of showed itself, presented itself to us in this moment. And remember, this, even though we're talking about astrology and timing, this is a sort of non-linear sort of message. So this message comes to you when it's supposed to come to you. Everybody goes through these transformations, and everybody goes through these sort of inner alchemical processes in their own way. Oh my, I got a bunch that popped out there. Everybody kind of goes through it in their own way. So, it looks like we got key themes going on. As we were talking about, the depths. We got the moon showing up here. So a lot of things get stirred up when the moon shows up in a card reading. And we are dealing with the reflections of ourselves that we are not usually privy to. We have, we usually have the dog and the wolf that are both howling at the moon, even though there's a wild side and a more refined side to ourselves. You know, they both answer to a primal call. And, you know, we also have this little sea creature here. I think it's like, it's a crab, just like normal. But yeah.
Oh, those cards
while
are
these
everywhere.
things, the fairy lights deck, they always hit in a way where it's
Fake.
you got to keep up with them. You got to keep up with them. It's that fey craft. While we're kind of exploring these parts of ourselves, as we were talking about, the things that will be coming up during this period in your life, in your transformative process, to really sit with them. Don't react to them. That seems to be the thing. Also, in a way, these depths, we got the devil card here, these depths keep us trapped in a place that we don't belong, but we think that we belong. In fact, we believe so deeply that we cannot move past these things, that these things have so much power over us, that we are not willing to just simply step away from them. A lot of these meditations, there's a theme of looking at these things as they are, seeing that they're in the past and moving forward. Making amends with yourself is a big thing, but making amends with your past is a big theme here too. And that's just the general show that's going on with the spheres. Once again, we got 3. Oh gosh. Goodness gracious. Okay, so all right. Once again, we get this interesting dynamic where 3 cards popped out with the Magician right in the middle there. This is fascinating. So on one side, we have the 2 of Wands. Now that's the looking at things, planning, future-minded, right? But in the back here, we also have the Tower. So where you are, right, in this, between these 2 forces, the Tower, that is crumbling the foundations that no longer work for us. It's what we've been talking about this entire time. And, with the Magician, there's that capability and also that connection to the divine, that the Magician just kind of talks to the divine and knows, and has a way of practically applying the knowledge that they gain to the world around them with the knowledge of the elements that they have to work with. Now, with that 2 of Wands, that's picking up and building a new foundation. Once again, another theme that we've been talking about this entire video. This is the confirmation. While things are breaking down, you can plan on building up a new tower with a stronger foundation.
Yes.
With a stronger foundation, one that reaches higher than ever before.
Yes.
So that's what we got for my cards. Crystal pulled some cards too. Let's see what she's got to say about this strange transit that we're dealing with.
Very similar kind of energies. So we have the new moon eclipse, expect powerful change. I'm using the Moonology Oracle deck here. And like Jeff was talking about, we need to balance spirituality and practicality. So we just need to make sure that we're balancing those things. Like we need to be working on ourselves and working on our spirituality and doing the meditations and slowing down and doing that, but we also can't do that from under the bridge. So we have to, do our daily work
Right.
and fold the laundry, or we will be doing it naked, and that won't be good. I mean, not for some people anyway. Yeah.
Depends on your confidence, I guess.
Well, it depends on your audience too. If you're naked under a bridge, that might not be good. I'm just saying. But so yeah, we need to balance some of that spirituality and practicality. We have to have fun, but we also have to be serious. We have to work, but we also have to play. We have to balance all of those things that are necessary for us in this life, not only to be here. You know, we can't just be like, oh, well, I'm just gonna meditate and, you know, I mean, you can fast, but you can't fast forever. You have to eat and drink someday, you know. There has to be a balance. And that's the same way with meditation and the same way with work. We have to work on our earthly things so that we can survive, but we also have to work on our spirituality so we can thrive. Like, we have to have a balance of both. And we also have this one, I feel like ties in directly with that tower.
Oh, okay.
It's the new moon in Cancer. It's you and your loved ones are safe. Now, normally when I do like an individual reading with this one, it's like there's something safety, like somebody's been in a bad situation or something like that. But I feel like this ties more into the feeling safe that you feel, the instability that you feel when you go through like that tower card energy, where anytime your foundation is cracked or crumbling, like that's your root chakra like screaming that you are not safe, and you just kind of like, oh God, I have to hurry and gather these rocks and fix it. You know, that whole balance this, like we can't fix that. We have to let it crumble. We have to let that crumble. You're going to be safe. You're not going to be stuck under the rocks. It's going to be okay. But you have to know that and feel it within you and work on that and breathe through that, so that you know, even though this is crumbling, it's going to crumble over here, not on you, crumble over here. Push it the wrong way.
I can crumble, that's fine.
So that you are not feeling like the building's going to come down on top of you. It's one of those, you know, you cut the tree in a certain way on both sides so it falls away from you, so it falls on you. And you have to remember and trust the universe that if you're doing your due diligence to make sure that you cut the tree in the exact places that it needs to go, so it's going to fall away from you and everybody's going to be safe, you can understandably and reasonably believe that you and your loved ones are going to be safe, because you're doing all of the balance things so that you aren't inside the tower when it collapses trying to still gather rocks.
Yeah. And I guess, like, since we're going on this tower thing, you know, the tower, yeah, there's a element of destruction to that. But here, kind of focusing on what Crystal was saying, you know, destruction is a form of change. And the theme of the spheres, the theme of the readings, the theme of the earth, or earth under the yin aspect, all of this ties together with maintaining yourself and understanding that the truth can also change.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
And that, you know, the dynamics that you're feeling between somebody else, that's not death. That's change.
Yeah.
And part of transformation is being adaptable to that change. So, these are all things to just kind of ponder as you go through your day after watching this video, or reflect upon if you see this video towards the end of your day. This message comes to you when you're supposed to hear it.
Absolutely.
This has been a fun one. With that, it's Crystal. I'm Jeff. This is Illuminated Fate.
Yep, we are.
I'll see you again soon.